Good morning. Monday. Back to work. November 13th. 6:29 a.m. We're about to ride over to Dalton, Georgia to get this load off. Not Dalton, Calhoun. We're going further than Dalton. Going down to Calhoun to get this heavy load off. Flipping back to Chattanooga to grab one going to Montgomery, Alabama, and then we're going from there to Augusta, Georgia, unless anything changes. So we've got a full day ahead of us. We got to get going. We got things to do. Let's go for a ride. Y'all coming with me? Let's go do it. Rock and Roll Trucker.
This is the Rock and Roll Trucker. We're knocking out miles, we're eating good, we're rocking and rolling and having a good time. Come along for a ride. Let's see where we can go today.
Hey yo, here we are again. We made it to Calhoun, Georgia. We got that load off. It took a bit longer than I wanted, but not horrible. Not horrible. A little longer than I thought, than I think, or most people would think it should take, but I have been to way worse. And that's probably going to put us right on time for our next one now. So it's better we're not going to be late. Probably going to be a few minutes early to Coca-Cola over here. So all in all, we're still on schedule. We're headed over here. We got that heavy load off, so now we're going to go over here to Coca-Cola and we're going to get an even heavier load. Yay. We just love these heavy loads over here at this company. I mean, it's all we've got. At least it's a decent paying load. This Coca-Cola to Montgomery, even after they take their cut and everything, it's still decent money. It's not spectacular money, but it's decent money and kicks the teetotal ever-loving crap out of most of the stuff floating around on the spot market board right now. So we'll take it. And they've got us lined up for our next one immediately afterwards. It's supposed to be picking up right there where I'm dropping off and delivering. So, it should be a pretty simple process. And then I've got to get that to Augusta, Georgia by tomorrow. So it's going to be a long day. Long morning in the morning too, going to be hectic. We'll see how far we get tonight. It might not end up being that bad, but it's definitely going to at least be a long day today. Man, they're building a massive house over there. That's the first time I've noticed that off in the distance. Impressive. But it's Monday. We had the weekend. How did your weekend go? Our week was odd last week because I had requested to get up there to Newport, Kentucky to go to a heavy metal show and a video shoot. We got that done, and then the rest of the week was just kind of oddly scheduled and not real busy, not a ton of revenue, but we salvaged a little bit, not near all of it, not even close to all of it, but we didn't come out quite as bad with getting that one delivered and probably getting this Coca-Cola off this afternoon. We're coming out better than we thought we would come out. Not spectacular, but could have been way worse. So there's that. But we got, we did that earlier in the week, and then my birthday was Thursday, and we unexpectedly ended up at home Thursday, and then ran across another concert we wanted to go that night. I mentioned that in the other video. We went to see Southern Culture on the Skids, just a block or two away from the apartment. We're lucky to have a couple of decent concert venues within walking distance of our apartment there. We don't hit a lot of them these days, but when we see something we want and we're home, it's really simple. We don't have to pay for parking. It's real quick to get there, real quick to get home. If we want a pregame drink or something like that, we can have it right there at the apartment. We don't really have to worry about going to a restaurant or a pub or anything like that unless we just want to. So it's kind of cool. Then we got to Saturday and covered this on the last video. Went up to around Nashville and toured a mushroom farm / lab. Saw all about growing, mushroom, edible, not the drug mushrooms, regular mushrooms like you eat of all the different varieties, like high-end mushrooms that they take to restaurants and farmers markets and all that stuff and whatnot, and all the other products they make with it. And that was really interesting, really cool. And we came away with a grow kit that we're going to get to sprout our own little batch of oyster mushrooms at the house to cook up something good. So that's cool. So we had a fruitful few days. Had an okay birthday, pretty good birthday, hanging with my lady. Every day hanging out with her is good. So when I get to spend that time with her on my birthday, that's even better. Man, not to jump subjects here, but the 345 exit on I-75 here across from an old truck stop they tore down, there was like a really old vintage Waffle House there, and they're tearing the Waffle House down. What is going on? What is going on, y'all? That Waffle House has been there for as long as I can remember. But yeah, I had a good weekend. Good week, spending my birthday with my lady. She rode with me in the truck most of the week. She treated me up there to go do that mushroom farm tour, and that sounds like an oddball thing to do for some people, but it's really interesting things for us. We love mushrooms. We use them for all kinds of things, and take supplements and everything like that, and we're just real connected it into mushrooms all together. So we thought, hey, we'll go see how you grow the things, and maybe we'll start growing, small batches at the house for our own personal use, and her vegetarian daughter and whatnot like that. So it was cool. It was good to meet. Then we just had a slow, easy day yesterday. Went out and got some food, and just chilled out and hung out, relaxed, straightened up the apartment a little bit, and just wound down to get ready for today. That's where we're at. How was your weekend? Did you do anything good? Did you work? Did you go anywhere? Did you see any music? Did you have a spectacular dinner or grill something amazing on your grill? Or did you just have a bad one and you want to get it off your chest? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Let's talk about it in the comments. I'd love to hear what y'all have going on. I always tell y'all what I've got going on. I'd love to hear what you've got going on too. So tell me about it. I'm going to go. I'm going to get up here to Coca-Cola, start getting this, get checked in, get this load on. We're about to hit the Tennessee border here in a couple more miles, so it won't be long before we're there. And I'll catch back up with y'all on the next clip. Y'all be good until then, and I will see you shortly. Greetings. We have officially crossed the state lines some time ago. We got out of Tennessee, hit that little stretch of Georgia, crossed over to Alabama to one of the crappiest stretches of interstate known to man, I-59. We are now currently on the smoother section. They have repaired a good bit of it, but not all of it. Some of it's really, really still terrible. We got done at Coca-Cola in a fairly reasonable amount of time. We got there about 15 minutes early, got checked in, and then waited about 10 minutes to get a door. Went and got in the door, and in no more than about 30, 35 minutes at worst. Wasn't very long. They had me loaded up. They hopped on it pretty quick. Came out there and released me. Went and got the paperwork, checked out, gone, and we are rolling. It is 1:30 in the afternoon Eastern Time, 12:30 Central, which is, we're in Central Time now. So yeah, it's 12:30 where I'm at. We're trying to get down to the Montgomery Coca-Cola. Yeah, we're headed there. I've been there so many times since I've started this gig. I'd never been there before in my life until I signed on with BWI, and now it is a regular part of my life. Other than the loads being really, really heavy, it's not that bad. It's a pretty easy in and pretty easy out because they've got like contract freight through there, and with BWI flying under the umbrella of Great Wide, and Great Wide being a bigger player in the industry. When we go in there for our drop and hooks, even if we show up early, they pretty much just take us and let us drop them off. And this time, I should be dropping this one. I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure I'll be dropping this one though, but I'm picking right back up at the same facility. Now, as to whether that's going to be a live load or a drop and swap, whether I'm going to just trade this load for that load, I'm not altogether sure. I've had that happen before, but I've also went in there under the same situation that had the live load. And at the time, that annoyed me because I was under time pressure. And I will be under time pressure this time too. But I can say they pretty much do their job there and get stuff done. Not the most personal bunch of people back there in the shipping department, but they get it done. They don't really screw around. At least they didn't last time. So either way, it should be a pretty simple operation. Then we can get ourselves pointed towards Augusta, Georgia for tomorrow. From there, I don't know, but if I am predicting the future, I have a feeling I'll probably have to eat a dead head and run to Savannah, Georgia and grab Red Bull, if I'm guessing from past past experiences there. I don't know though. That's not guaranteed. We could end up with the Coca-Cola or something from down there and just run that circuit. I don't know. I don't know if they ship out Coca-Cola. Well, I know they ship it out. I don't know if we run it out of that facility or if I might go somewhere else. I really don't know. More times than not, I usually end up in Savannah. But I don't know. We'll find out. I'm assuming I should probably know before the end of the day today. I think they'll probably pre-plan me, but we'll find out. But that's where we're at. We're rolling along pretty good. Traffic has not been that bad. We're just now getting into the outskirts of Birmingham down here, so it'll thicken up a little bit, but then it'll clear back out reasonably well between there and Montgomery, and we should. I mean, we're getting through Birmingham before afternoon rush, and we should be getting to Montgomery before afternoon rush, so should be in good shape. I'll let you know when we get there. We'll see what happens with the whole situation there in Montgomery, and y'all hang tight, go do what you do. Stay out of trouble. I need y'all to ride along. See you in a little bit. Saw on that little hyperlapse clip, I made it to where I was going in Montgomery. Easy that was. We were 35 minutes. We were checked in, loaded, dropped, hooked up to the new loaded, checked out, and now we're pulling back out. All in just a little over 30 minutes, under 40 minutes there. That is not bad. That is the way truck driving needs to be in this modern age with all these e-logs and stuff like that. That is how, that is efficiency at work right there. Now we're getting out here, all back out on the road. We're going to point towards Augusta. Yeah, ignore that big blob in the middle. I got some bugs I got to clear off, y'all. See if we can get them. Let's see, we need that one right there. Come on. Get off my screen there, bug. Get off my windshield. Oh, it's hanging tough, y'all. It ain't wanting to let go. Y'all just gonna have to ride. I don't know if that's a bug or if that is some scat material from a flying object up in the sky there. We don't know which one. All I know is we're rolling. Nice, efficient dropping hook. Trucking done proper. Now we're gonna come up just a little bit short on time to be able to make it all the way to my shipper or my receiver for tomorrow, and there is nowhere to park there, so we're gonna get pretty far into it, try and catch a fuel stop and find us a place to shut down prematurely. If I can make it that far, my goal I would love to shut down in Madison, Georgia, because there's a pilot and a TA there, and there's almost always a spot available at one of those two. It's one of the few spots I've run into here this year that seems to always have a spot, unless you just get there, really late at night. If you're there at a reasonable time, really late afternoon, early evening, you usually seem to be able to grab something. So that's our target if we can get there. And I don't know if my fuel will hold out. I would like to make it all the way to Madison, Georgia on this fuel, because they've got one of my best prices over there right now. So that's another goal for getting there. It's a nice, that pilot over there, I'm not a pilot fan by any means, but that's a nice quiet one over there. I've never had any trouble, and back on the back row, it's just It's pretty dark, pretty quiet. Line of trees on one side, line of trees down the other. It's really the whole entire parking lot's kind of surrounded by a tree line. You know, there's businesses on all of the sides past the tree lines, but there's tree lines separating them, and it's nice and quiet in my experience. I've never had any problems there, parking or otherwise. Never been kept up, never been disturbed at either. And the TA is not so bad either, and you've got a Waffle House over there and some other stuff, and there's a few things within walking distance over at the Pilot if you need it. There's a Walmart. It's on down it's down the sidewalk a piece, but within easy striking distance on foot to go grab a bag of groceries if you need it. So it's where we'd like to end up. As to whether we'll do that, I don't know. Atlanta is always the wild card, and we're going to go the route that takes us to Atlanta this time. No, it's after 4 o'clock there, so we might strike and get lucky. And I don't know, looking at, we may end up being too late to stay in Madison, I don't know, but we'll be staying somewhere short of Augusta, because we're just going to come up just 15-20 minutes short, most likely, and not have a place to park anyway, so no sense in pushing it. But yeah, that's our situation. That's where we're at now. We were in Montgomery and back out with a quickness, efficiency. It's rare you see me say that. I'm usually pretty mad at these shippers and receivers, but that Coca-Cola plant there, man, that Montgomery place, they have been pretty good. They've been pretty good every time I've been there, so thumbs up over there. Efficient spot. So I'm going to get off here for now and catch back up with y'all when we get stopped, probably. And we'll talk to you again here in a bit. See you in a little while. Well, here we are, folks. We're in the truck. We're at the truck stop. We made it to my goal target destination. We stretched that fuel and made it to Madison, Georgia, that is, at the Pilot. We're going to have to fuel up in the morning when we get up. So that's how we'll start our day off. But we got here, went and got ourselves a shower right off. We got one of the last few free spaces available. Everything else was reserved. But we got a space, just like I predicted. I've had good luck here. Worked out again. We're going to get up in the morning and get fueled up and head on, finish that journey onto Augusta there. Like I said, we got here and got a shower, and then I went pretty hard at it today, and I didn't really eat much. And once I got out of the shower, I had a little bit of a shaky energy crash, and I had not intended on spending any money on food this evening, but I just needed to get something good and hearty in myself pretty quick. And there was an IHOP inside there, and I just went ahead and plopped down in the IHOP there and ordered me some food, and I feel much better now. And we'll get me some good rest, and hopefully have a good, productive, simple day tomorrow. We don't know what our next trip is after Augusta, but we should know pretty soon upon getting moving in the morning. We're about an hour and a half away. Hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half, something like that, I think. I can't remember what my map said, but last I remember checking, it was somewhere in that vicinity. But yeah, we're back out here. It's Monday. Rather uneventful Monday, and I suppose that's a good thing. Everything just kind of went smoothly, except for a 7 p.m. traffic jam in Atlanta. Is there ever not one there? Yeah, it took forever to get through Atlanta. I would have been stopped a lot sooner, but Atlanta always ruins my day anytime I get anywhere near it. But yeah, we made it. We got through. Other than that, it was a very uneventful day, and our trip to Coca-Cola was very productive and quick. So, that's awesome. Hopefully tomorrow's equally, I hate to say, I don't want to wish myself a boring day, because I need good, exciting, well, I rarely get much that I would call exciting on here, but I need something interesting on here. So I hate to say wish for a boring day, but in trucking, boring days are pretty good, really. That means nothing's going haywire, and that's what we desire. But, hopefully I'll see some interesting stuff along the way, and just nothing crazy happens to us on this end, all right? Now, I'm trying to think. A music recommendation. I hadn't done one of those in the last few videos. Today, I jammed on. I pulled up something I had long since forgotten about. It was always a great album, and I don't guess I forgot about it. Just kind of misplaced it in my mind and have not listened to it in quite some time. But way back when, I think it might have been 90s. It was mid to late 90s. There was a Led Zeppelin tribute album that came out that was pretty well known at the time, pretty high profile, called Encomium. That's an odd word, but it was called Encomium, a tribute to Led Zeppelin. And every track on there was done by a different artist. The only member of Led Zeppelin on that album was Robert Plant on one song, and he was just collaborating with Tori Amos on a track. But I'm trying to remember who all was on there. It was Duran Duran was on there, Stone Temple Pilots, Cracker, Helmet, Sheryl Crow, Rollins Band, who is it? Never the Bride, Hootie and the Blowfish, Big Head Todd and the Monsters, Blind Melon. It was just, there's others, but it was just chock full of those, early and mid 90s, early, mid, and late 90s acts that were outstanding. And it's just full of outstanding tracks. You may, if you've never heard anything else off that album, you might have heard Stone Temple Pilots doing Dancing Days. That song was all over the radio. It was in pretty heavy rotation. That was a pretty big song for them, even with it being a cover. But there's not a bad track on the record. Everybody did a really amazing job. There's no weak spots on the record, so I would recommend that. Look that. It's an odd spell. Encomium. Encom. Encom. Encomia. Yeah, you can figure it out. Starts with an E, not an I. It might pronounce on the word. It might sound like it starts with an I, but it's Encomium. And it's a tribute to Led Zeppelin. That'll be the full title of it. Good stuff. I highly recommend you pull it up and check it out if you never have. It's a quality record. With that said, I'm going to wind it down for the evening. I'm pretty whooped. I'm going to rest up, get to sleep here pretty soon, and we'll catch up with you guys on the next one. Have a good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whatever you do, be good at it. Be good human, spread good energy. No bad vibes. Spread the wealth of good energy. Yes. With that said, I'm checking out. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.